Business in the 217. We're now talking with Springfield Business Journal's Michelle Ownbey here on the WMAY news feed. Michelle, thanks for taking time. It's good to see you again, and Happy New Year. A lot going on in the community, even with the pandemic ongoing. But what do we have new for the Springfield Business Journal?
Yes, absolutely. It seems like the new year always gets off to a big start, and this year is no exception. Businesses making moves and making changes. So one of the first things I'll mention is Lincoln Land Community College. They've had their training facility in the downtown area over there on Mason for a number of years now, but they have now changed the name of that to LLCC Medical District to reflect the fact that it's in the heart of the medical district. And, they actually offer quite a few short-term workforce training programs, completely separate from the degree programs that they offer out at the main campus. And right now they have something called the Open Door Workforce Initiative, where for low-income students who qualify, they can attend these training programs free of charge. And I think a lot of people probably aren't aware of that.
Well, I talked with Paula from the LLCC Medical District, and it's a rebranding of sorts, but a lot of the same types of things are still there, but they did add some new things. And with people more concerned about their own health, and maybe they're looking for some kind of educational career change, LLCC Medical District is one of those opportunities. From everything from phlebotomists to people who draw blood to dental assistants and massage therapists. It's pretty incredible what LLCC provides for this community to be a low-cost educational opportunity.
Absolutely. And as you said, I mean, because of the pandemic, we've seen so many folks in the hospitality industry, restaurant industry that are laid off, people that are struggling right now because their employment was impacted by COVID and may or may not be rebounding anytime soon. So for people that are looking to get into a different field, these are fairly short-term programs where you can train quickly. And, with the two hospitals plus a lot of other large medical institutions right here in Springfield, there's a huge demand for these types of jobs. So seems like pretty stable employment for the most part.
The Springfield Business Journal joining us here on Business in the 217. They've got a pulse on what's going on in the community. Michelle Ownbey joining us, and tell us about a new Country Financial operation opening up.
Yeah, we've got a couple businesses that have made moves to start out the year. Andrew Harby, who's a pretty well-known name in town. He was a Newhoff guy for a long time up until he left in July to join Country Financial. He'd been working out of their corporate training center, and now he is out on his own. He's got a new office over in Junction Circle, which is that little office plaza right there at the Wabash-MacArthur curve. And as of Monday, he is up and running in his new space. And then Bailey Family Insurance, they've been around for a few years now, just celebrated their 4-year anniversary. I had a chance to talk with Christine Bailey yesterday, who co-owns the business along with her husband, Mark. And they've been in small rented space for the last few years, but just made their first purchase and moved to a building on South 6th Street, not too far from the Grabba-Jabba. Now, you may wonder, they were actually on South 6th Street before, so they didn't move very far, but Christine said this is a significantly larger building. They are looking to expand and bring some new people on board over the next year or two. And of course, now they own the building and have just finished remodeling it and moved in as of last week.
Michelle Ownbey, the Springfield Business Journal, joining us here on Business in the 217 on the WMAY news feed. And Michelle, of course, it's good news to hear about these businesses expanding, but sometimes a wrench can be thrown into a business operation, and a wrench the size of a train can really, make for some tough decisions that sometimes are out of people's hands. The Springfield Business Journal, you guys are doing some deep dives into what's going on with railroad relocation and how eminent domain has impacted not just residents, but businesses. Tell us what readers are going to be able to find out with the Springfield Business Journal soon.
Right. This is actually the cover story of the issue that just came out, and we're looking at perhaps making it a series, because I know I learned a lot when we were starting to research this article. The residential side of it has been covered quite a bit lately. We've heard of some homeowners going before city council to kind of plead their case about wanting their homes bought out because they were close to the construction and being impacted by the rail traffic and that sort of thing. But, we really haven't heard very much about the businesses. And since this whole the Springfield Rail Improvements Project began a number of years ago, there have been 18 businesses already displaced that have been relocated, and there's still 15 more to go. So we're only about halfway there. And as we started to chat with some of these business owners, one of the things that I found out was that the process is different than buying out residential homes. There's different regulations, and so for a homeowner, they have to receive not only the appraised value of their house, but they're paid to relocate to a house of comparable size and value and amenities and that sort of thing. But for businesses, they receive the appraised value of their property. But if you're operating a business, your business is worth a whole lot more than just the physical space where it's located. And so a lot of these business owners have really had some challenges trying to find a comparable property, especially if they're in a paid off building. Maybe they don't have any debt, but now they have to move to a different part of town where the real estate is more expensive, and that becomes a real challenge for them.
So people are going to be able to see this series within the Springfield Business Journal. If people aren't aware of the SBJ, where can they find a copy or an online presence?
Well, you can go to springfieldbusinessjournal.com and get signed up for a subscription. If you'd like to get it delivered to your home or office mailbox every month, it's just $35 a year. It comes out once a month. And of course, while you're at it, you can also sign up for Biz Bites. That's our weekly newsletter, which is free of charge, and that's just a short roundup of different things happening around town that involve the local business community.
And we will bring you that here as well, not in as much thorough detail as that investigation in that series. They're going to be revealing about the rail relocation and its impact on business. I can't wait to read that myself, because that's an untold story. As you said, a lot of residents are going in front of the city council talking about the problems they've had and trying to get the city to take over their properties or to remedy some problems that have come along with the rail relocation. But I really haven't heard much about the business community and how they're impacted. So I'm looking forward to seeing that series with the Springfield Business Journal. Michelle Ownbey, Springfield Business Journal, here on Business in the 217. Anything else big happening for the new year as we start 2021?
I will say people definitely seem to be much more hopeful, including those in the business community. I know a lot of people have been putting plans on hold, kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. But I'm definitely starting to hear murmurings of businesses that are looking to move, expand, grow in the coming year. So we'll hope that things stay on track with these vaccines and help us move forward in the right direction for a while.
Michelle Ownbey, Springfield Business Journal, here with Business in the 217. Greatly appreciate it, and we'll talk again soon. Have a wonderful and happy new year.
Thanks, Greg. You too.